Thanks for staying with us on the AM show. Every Wednesday we mean business. No, literally. And that's why we bring you today's AM Business courtesy of EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Today, Joy Business Emma Davis interacts with players along the value chain of coffee production to examine the challenges and prospects for the sector.
Predominantly known as the world's second cocoa producer, but we are ranked the third smallest coffee producer in sub-Saharan Africa, behind Liberia and Central African Republic. That's quite a shame. We just produce about 600 tons per year of coffee. Ghana is unable to compete with the likes of Brazil because our land is just about 400 meters above sea level. For coffee to be grown, or for the best coffee to be grown in an environment, then the land has to be about 1,200 meters above sea level. Because of that, Ghana is unable to grow the likes of Arabica. We resort to planting Robusta. We are in the eastern region, Koit to be precise, at Bimpong, where we meet the general manager of one of the largest coffee farm or coffee plantation in Ghana, Mr. Seidu Ansumana. Welcome, Mr. Seidu Ansumana. Good morning.
Fine morning.
How would you say the Robusta is faring in Ghana?
Oh, actually, as I can see, Robusta is one of the recommended coffee seedlings which was introduced by Cocoa Board around 1978. Okay. And so normally majority of our farms were planting Robusta varieties.
2008, there was this coffee rehabilitation program. Did you hear about it?
Yeah, 2008 we heard about it.
Did you benefit from that program? Because there was about 4.2 million allocated to coffee producers.
Actually, we benefit around 2011.
Okay.
Whereby for 2008 the farm was left abandoned. There was nobody taking care of the land.
This particular farm. Why was it left? Because
of redeployment exercise which took place in 1992. Okay. The farm was left abandoned. And so later one Spanish man called Mr. Potera Fernando. Okay. He came and took over. Okay. And later on he too left the country around 2008. And so nobody was taking care of the farm. Around 2010, before Dr. Boati came and took over up to date.
Okay, so you said you benefited in 2011 from the program. How did you benefit? How much was allocated?
Yeah, actually, Cocoa Board helped us in purchasing some of the farm. Okay. As I've already told you, the farm is overgrown. And so by there, they give us fertilizer and then help us with a small for the brushing of that side. And so that
Mahama in 2016 also mentioned that by 2021, Ghana should be able to produce about 100,000 tons of coffee. Do you think that is achievable? Do you think that is really possible?
For that?
Because we are already in 2021.
We are already in 2021.
Yes.
But it was only 2018. Because of the planting of exports in the rural development, calls have this assemble by then, now municipal assemble. They necessarily seedlings to the farmers, supply to the farmers about 420,000 coffee seedlings, which was next and distributed to farmers. And that's at now. The farmers I know they have planted them. And so we are expecting from 2023 or something like that, well, we will get something. But 2021, no, I don't think.
You don't think? Dried coffee, right? Ready for harvesting. A few that you were not able to harvest. So how do you do? What process do you go through?
More who said your coffee here or so what here? You have to strip it to better ten back. Okay. With someone normally no a damage the nurse okay. Inti yes what. By answer obeti no so no. Normally no. I just saw the ntoma bi esefo. I didn't manage for more. By then no. Na fi what aguso. Answer no asesa no dey agu kantem. Answer no dey agu kotokom dey ba drying place. Nti say wa anya ne say wuntumi ente. Na ye wo challenges bebre e won ntie no. Normally ye wo mo bi e wo so. Te say enhohoa. Ye wo emua nketua bi so ye frɛ eminaboa.
Okay.
And ye wo nketua bi that's also ye frɛ na emmene. Very dangerous. Well, minimum said the friend in the English, but so in the botanical name friend acclimatogasca involiensis. Someone had make us a pa. Oh, yeah, dirty idea anymore. Acclimatogasca involiensis.
Okay.
It's under a friend.
Okay.
Oh, na Greek.
Yeah, the botanica.
The botanica. Now, normally, no, say, when you a draw on a swa, a high. Until you need here insecticide.
Okay.
To spray them. A morning, you know, a human also echo her man. Without that, no, you find difficulties. Or was a human.
I don't know how. What is preventing Ghana from expanding or exploring this whole plantation?
You said it, you who say, send your baby who and you said your plantation at here. And you hear the help of the government. The sense of coffee who you might a yedding. And also, when you compare the coffee price and the cocoa prices, they are not the same. Cocoa price can be higher than the coffee the prices. It's an internet. Yeah, no coffee here and more. Especially to say before plantation, I say you hear more. A day, she say, I do a wasem. You hear we decide. Tell myself so a higher, a year and canker. Almost a higher. I need to see any help from the government. That's the way we have been reporting there. You report to a cocoa board. I came to work before. I said, tell myself higher, my chemicals. But that's at now, no. Be to me and my name on formerly, no. Nanka cocoa board, a boy. It me around 2016 more, and no, me my fertilizers. Now, most of boy, a year I don't baby a copy. Let us at now, so I'm born in at work.
What is your range of customers? Amonton coffee mom.
Also, now, near Toma, the individuals be a woman, so I quite check coffee.
Okay.
The year, the process and the woman at the year. Your customers be a woman about better request.
Into money, maybe companies.
Any company be about better. And until Kurana, here say a person as you in your board. Cocoa, what you win with some of the cocoa shed. Government is going to buy. But coffee, government don't buy them. I say, yeah, talk coffee beer for the individuals and about price to be up and no amount. What?
See, a bags are in a good dino.
Oh, that's at now, dear. See, number of bucks a year was a year or dynamo or best $70. And
so I see that you've dried some coffee here. There's the mat here. So this is what the on hold one.
This on hold coffee.
How long do you dry it?
It depends upon the sun.
Okay.
In the rainy season, if it is raining, it takes a long time. But in case of if the sun is too hot or something like that, it can take about say 3 weeks, 3 to a day.
Which month do you usually dry this?
Normally, we used to start harvesting around October, November, and December.
Okay.
And so during all those times is the drying time.
Okay.
Immediately you harvest it, you have to bring it on the drying mat and then start drying it. And it will depend upon because of the days, the drying before it dries.
I'm trying so hard to break this thing to try to unhull it, but how do you manage to take off the husk or get the seed out of this?
To take off the husk, we have got hulling machine, which we use to hull them. You cannot use your hand to hull them. That's what we do.
Okay, but do you have the hulling machine? I hear your hulling machine is not functioning now.
Yeah, actually got one, but it's not functioning now.
Where is it?
It's a certain place, very far place.
And can you process the same?
The process is a Osfake machine. Coffee, no? Yeah, the good. Bra, would you go with the machine a year, Juma? That or pretty into the Abasso, a befaha, a far we move a good box him. None a husk, no? That's also a far at the pipe where I face a codophan, a pier codophan. It sucks, no? In the husk and outside. Nadia Bessohuna. It is at a new abuse in a whole pretty idea. As I know, as I said, no, as I said, go into a year and the Assohuna, a back of boxing. As I say, what do you but machine, I say
8 years.
8 years to
Wait, Uncle Jumaka, how many bags can this unhusk, like unhull?
Oh, a year Jumapa, that could be a bit me as for Bible more than 50 bags.
50 bags. And as you see, bags are here no more.
Normally, no, formally, a year Jumano need to meet coffee burubes more than 300 bags.
Okay.
But as at now, no dear. Because of the COVID-19, the account 2020, and I said the anti-Mianya Jumadia. I'm at this year production. Uncle, so I year near best 100 bags. So, roughly, sanity. But
when Posanka a age, Maka, and young Hibiana a bit and content him, right? And come more a bigger machine now.
Normally, no. And one say Rome was not built in a day.
Okay.
Until gradually, no.
But coffee production started 1978. Ghana, we are behind with this. Enabe Ponto is one of the largest coffee plantation in Ghana, and this is the only hulling machine
actually
we have.
Actually, this is the only hulling machine.
Which has been spoiled.
Enough farmers who also producing coffee at Ntobimo and then some villages there.
So there's no other hulling machine
in the whole area.
It's quite sad that coffee worldwide comes second to crude, and it's a very lucrative venture. But in Ghana, we don't even have a hulling machine in one of the biggest plantations that we have. It would be very lucrative if governments could turn an eye to the coffee industry and help out financially and provide enough mechanisms or machinery to boost the whole coffee sector. My name is Emma Davis. Up next will be the processing site where coffee is processed during various stages, and where we transform coffee from the hulled to the powder, and we use for our daily, cup of coffee to keep us awake. Thank you, Mr. Seydou Ansumana, for your time. Still the food chain. If you're just joining, you just missed Seydou Ansumana, who is the farm manager of one of the biggest coffee plantation in Ghana. We are here coming to speak to Ivy Ware, the CEO of Cafe Magnifico, which produces coffee or processes coffee on a small scale. Ivy, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Take us through the stages in roasting.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you select your beans? What are the differences?
Yeah, so when I go to the village, I look at the moisture content of the bean. Because if the moisture content is low,
how do you measure the moisture content?
We actually calculate the weight of the bean. Because when I'm going to the village, I take an electronic scale with me.
Okay.
A selling volume cylinder.
Okay.
And then a weighing scale. I'm always having those three things. So you calculate the weight. You take just a sample size.
Okay.
And then calculate the weigh it, and then calculate the volume. So you do weight over the volume, will give you the moisture content. And the perfect moisture content is 0.7 to work with. That would allow you give it the right amount of heat to be able to get the beans to come out properly.
So when you get your bean here,
so when I get my bean here, I do picking again. Okay. Depending on if I wasn't satisfied with what they've done in the village, because sometimes because you have to rush back here and then you have orders here or stuff to do here. If I'm not satisfied with what they've done and I come back, I have to pick the bean before the day's roast. A problem with my farmers is that the bean that they give me, I'm not satisfied with it.
Why is that?
Because of we're not having variety. We should have variety to play with, like the wet processing, the honey processing. You know, we're all doing natural, and natural is just like.
Oh, well, there are some challenges your sector faces. So.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But then, if government could come into play and then we get the support that we need, I'm sure we should be able to upgrade the quality of our green bean, and then we should be able to compete internationally.